and I just can't imagine doing anything else. The connection you make with a live audience is incredible. It is a joy to run Miners Alley. It is just an amazing theater family here at Miners Alley. They just treat people right, both the people that work for them and the people that come and see their shows.
I would say that overall, the biggest success with Miners Alley and the directive I am given in order to do my job is empowerment to make it right and empowerment to make people feel like family. It is not always true that the customer is always right, but it is true that the customer always wants to be heard. And I do think this theater does a great job at hearing people.
I think what motivates me to do what I do here is I just absolutely adore the people that I work with. They're just a great team.
What motivates me are the people who do own and run this theater and the group of people I get to work with. I am so in love with how they treat people and the work that they do here. And I have somehow lucked into this job that helps me pay my bills and my health care, but I actually really love it.
Everybody supports each other. It's a small family, the way we talk to each other. And you know, there are a lot of places that I can choose to work that are like this, but I choose to work here just because the team is awesome, and everybody has the same goal, and that's to make great theater.
You know, we do a total of usually 11 productions a year. 6 main stage shows, 5 kids shows.
I think one of the things that makes this company unique is the way that the people who are rooted here, who live here, the artists who work here, have built relationships with the community, both with schools and businesses and community leaders over time. One of the things that we do is we work with the public school system to provide after-school programs on site at schools throughout the Jefferson County schools. And so I think theater and education is incredibly important for the future of theater as a whole. Plus, it's just a lot of fun and very rewarding to give young people access to the tools of theater.
The beauty of kids as an audience is they are the most honest audience you will ever have. It's wonderful to have a crowd of adults laughing, but when you get a crowd of kids laughing with reckless abandon, it is just the best feeling in the world. You know you're making a connection, and it is very rewarding.
I also work with older adults. Some of them are dealing with loneliness and social isolation, especially if they're far away from their families. And so an opportunity to write and perform and to be listened to and heard is very important to them, and that's also very rewarding. Theater as an art form is important to me because it's something that can only really happen live. But there's something really unique and special about bringing a group of people together in a room, in a place, for something that really only happens once.
The connection that you can make with real people, and those connections are on so many levels.
To me, it's like the most raw version of storytelling. Theater is an experience that you can't really get in a movie theater or sitting at home watching a movie. It's getting a group of people in a space like this and going on a journey together.
And I also think it makes it valuable at a time when people are having harder and harder times connecting in a lot of ways.
It gives us an appreciation of everyone, and gives us a chance to understand some ideas that other people may have that we may not agree with, but it lets us know where they're coming from, and hopefully we can continue to grow and learn from each other and make the world a better place.
It's a nice, not so much an escape, because you're not really going anywhere, you're still you, but it forces you to take a step back and take a breath and realize that the day is a lot more than your routine.
Our process has been interesting and challenging in many ways, moving from our smaller theater to a new space, in all the best ways. Our old theater only sat about 120. We currently seat now over 150. The new facility with all of the new bells and whistles that we could only dream of in our old space have been a delight.
This is just phase one of what we're ultimately wanting to do here. There's a phase two coming that's going to make this a much larger space. Lots more things going on, but that comes with phase two, so we got to get busy and raise some more money for that.
This is the first time there's been a major theater space that's opened in the Denver Metro in 25 years. And so it's so rare to have the opportunity to design a space almost from scratch, even though we had the constraints of the building and the footprint, so that we could be really thoughtful about what the audience experience would be like and also what the artist experience would be like in the building. So it's been super exciting.
The expenses have gone up by about 50% than what we were used to before. It's also the fact that we're a nonprofit that comes into a big part of it. So probably the biggest challenge that we have is just to keep afloat financially. But overall, if we have the right support, which we have a lot of, it can be just a great thing to do.
We had a time to move planned. When we moved spaces, that was perfect. There were no shows going on, and all the shows planned for our new space were big shows. And then, as happens with construction and whatnot, there was a delay and then another delay. So we ended up moving during our busiest season, which is the holidays. We also decided, since we're half in the old space and half in the new space, let's do 2 sold-out main stage shows at the same time and also a sold-out children's show at the same time. Let's also make the show in the new space a musical and figure it out as we go. Also, we're moving things over. Also, we're training people to run the new space. Also, we're learning how to work a 4-foot lobby instead of one with a staircase. And we're also learning and training, there was something else too. Oh, doubling our staff so we could run 2 spaces at once. So I will say, no one moves like Miners Alley. We made the whole thing a show.
Yeah, I think Miners Alley fits really well in the Golden community. I think they go hand in hand. For other businesses around here, people come to see a show, they want to go out to eat, they want to go shopping, things like that. So it really helps the community to bring a lot of people into this great city.
We feel truly a part of the community. We've become a landmark here in Golden, Colorado, just from the quality of shows we've been doing, the number of shows we've been doing.
It is such a personal community. And I feel like the business model of Miners Alley is very much personal. In fact, one of our taglines was professional theater with a community feel. And I believe that this theater serves Golden in a way that brings the community together and helps us start conversations about things that need to get talked about.
We would be sorely missed if we did not exist.